Welcome to your WeekNGeek, your weekly comics preview. I am the Chris Brown. This is still not Mike Ortiz.
They don't know that we've recorded this 3 times.
Doesn't matter. Batteries suck. So this is Damon Shaw from Geek Fights filling in for Mr. Ortiz this week. Why don't you start with your stack there?
All right, going to start right off the top with Batman Gates of Gotham. It's Scott Snyder and Kyle Higgins and Trevor McCarthy. I don't know what it's about. I have no idea, but met Scott at C2E2. He's a cool guy, so there's no reason I wouldn't give it a try. Plus, I've been liking what he's been doing with Detective, so
Yes.
there's no reason not to try it. You should pick it up. Let's see. Next on the list, Avengers Academy, number, 14. And it's a tie-in to a book that you've got over there. I'm pretty sure of it.
Oh, is it time? What's it tying into?
Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
It's an Amazing Spider-Man tie-in. You guys don't talk about it. It's a teen book, and it's a teen book. And I like those books. Those are my favorite. So I usually pick this up. And this one has been really fun. It's the 4th of the Avengers titles. I don't know if you... Because there's Avengers, New Avengers, Avengers Academy, and I think Thunderbolts is the 4th one in that.
Secret Avengers.
Oh, Secret. They're a secret.
Yeah.
I forgot all about them.
That's shh, 'cause they're a secret.
They're a secret. You're not supposed to know. Next on my list is Generation Hope, number 7. I like it a lot. If you read Generation X 15, 20 years ago, it has that feel. New mutants learning their powers. Got one of my favorite parts in the new X universe, which is Cyclops delegating. And he has delegated this, Hope into this. Wow, this art is really nice.
It is good.
Hope has her own team with the other 4 mutants that popped up at the end of, what was that? Messiah Complex? Something.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what they are, but they're the other mutants that have popped up, and she's going around collecting mutants. It's really fun, and the artist who used to do, Exiles is doing the art on this now, so it's much better. We've got Invincible Iron Man 504. It's Matt Fraction, LaRocca. I've been liking the book, but if you're reading Iron Man and Fraction, you should know that pick up like 3 or 4 issues at a time and read them all at once, and it reads way better than reading them issue by issue because he packs a lot into them. So, we've got that. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that works good.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm joking. Next on my list, Uncanny X-Force. It wouldn't be WeekNGeek without Uncanny X-Force.
He really is Mike Ortiz this week.
Uncanny X-Force, number 10. Remender's still writing it. Billy Tan is still doing the art, but they've got a new colorist, and it has completely changed the book.
Those colors are sharp, man. I think that looks fantastic.
It looks really good, but
Yeah.
it's completely different than what came before. So if you were loving what came before, you're going to have to give this a chance because Remender knows what he's doing with this book. I really do like this book. And if I'm not mistaken, what's the backup? There's a backup. Bonus book of Iron Man 2.0.
I like that they do that, though,
Yeah.
because it's, and they don't really raise the price on it. They just give you an extra book back there. So that's a good idea. I like that. Rather than reprinting some garbage that nobody wants from 20 years ago,
Right.
they were printing a modern book that's probably sold out. And then if you buy it, you read the modern book, I'll start picking that book up. I think it's a great idea.
I think the idea that they're stealing it from Image, because Image has been doing that.
Oh,
a lot
true.
lately.
Yeah, you're right.
On their big books, they'll put something that's not selling as well on the back. But something that is selling really well, Death of Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man 158. He doesn't die in this issue. He doesn't die in the next issue, but he's fighting the greatest thing in the world if you're a Spider-Man fan, which is the Sinister Six. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you love the Sinister Six because, and it doesn't even matter which 6 it is. It could be what is it, Gorilla Man? Gorilla Man could be in there and they'll make him awesome. So I love it. And 2 more issues, he dies.
Black bagged and everything. Variant covers till your heart's content.
Unless he doesn't die. But I know there's a new person.
Yeah,
in the
they've already
costume.
announced that there's going to be a new. This is what I don't get about Marvel. We're going to kill a character every quarter. How does it become exciting anymore if that's the case?
It's really exciting because you have to find out how they kill him. I bet you he chokes on webbing. Watch, that's what happens. It wouldn't be WeekNGeek, and I wouldn't be Mike Ortiz if I didn't talk about the Hulk. Not Incredible Hulks, the
Right.
Hulk. Parker, Hardman, Gabriel Hardman, his art is amazing. The colors are amazing. Oh, look at that. Oh, sorry. I guess I'm supposed to look through these beforehand, aren't I?
You're flipping through, getting all excited. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. But if you've been liking the Hulk, you're gonna continue to like the Hulk. I love this storyline. Every time Thunderbolt Ross, Red Hulk tries to go to sleep, he turns into Thunderbolt Ross. But if he turns into Thunderbolt Ross, his head will explode. So
bad.
Oh, well, only if you don't like the Hulk. And my final book is a book that you guys have never talked about. It's X Factor, number 219. It's Peter David. Peter
His stuff's
David
good.
writing anything. I will read Peter David for at least 10 issues.
You know what? I really don't like Peter David when he's writing the Hulk or X Factor.
What? That's his bread and butter.
That's what I just said. I only like him when he's writing those two titles.
I thought you said you didn't
How
like
are you
him.
going to yell at me when I'm stating the obvious? Chris Brown, you suck for stating the obvious.
Well, you didn't like
Damon,
Spy
Sean.
Boy or Young Justice? That's right.
Not really.
That's Peter David stuff.
Yeah, I didn't get into that stuff. I know. We
Hate
knew
you
that
so
before we
much.
started the show.
But X Factor has been excellent. This latest story is great. They've been hanging out with J. Jonah Jameson. They're actually his bodyguards right now, and they're doing some investigation for him. It's been really, really good. I really want to know what happens at the end of this episode. M got mad, and she's about to. Yeah, you said it's for kids, and you're the only one that swears, so that's my final book here.
Yeah, well, I haven't sworn yet, I don't think, right?
Well, you haven't talked yet.
I'm touche. So I've been assigned by Mike Ortiz Rocketeer Adventures, which comes out this week. Now, at first I was like, why does he sign me Rocketeer Adventures? I think it's neat. IDW's been doing some of these licensed titles. I really, really liked Planet of the Apes. I looked at this Rocketeer, and lo and behold, there's a Mike Allred story in there.
Yep.
Well, all right, you had me at Mike Allred then. And, we were joking, it's been on cable recently, oh, hey, the Rocketeer's the mayoral candidate from The Killing. Well, all right then. He was also on a short-lived show called Moon Over Miami.
I never watched that.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Well,
It was like 7 episodes or something.
Wow, that is bad.
So next up, I got Amazing Spider-Man, tying into Avengers Academy. It says so right on the top there.
Right.
This is done by Christos Gage. He was doing Thunderbolts. He'd done the G.I. Joe Cobra stuff over there at IDW.
And he writes Avengers Academy.
And he's doing Avengers Academy. So just kind of a filler issue, it looks like. Maybe giving Slott a break, until we get all this Spider Island stuff really kicking.
Before the next storyline.
Yeah. Next up, I've got Heroes for Hire number 7. I really like this book. I've got a crush on Misty Knight. How do you not? I think they've made Paladin an interesting character. This is the second part of that story.
Well, it's proof that with the right writer, you can actually make any character great.
Absolutely. That is the key. It's not that the character's bad. It's that there are just stronger writers than others.
Yeah. And it's not even the stronger writers with those characters.
Good point. Yes.
So...
next up, I've got Drums, which this is done by El Torres, and I'm not even going to really fully try to butcher the names of these artists. Abe Hernando, I can probably do. The next last name, Cranio. The stuff looks good. It's got a voodoo kind of vibe going. The art looks okay. Looks like some stuff gets crazy.
It's a room full of dead bodies.
It has a room full of dead bodies.
You know why they're dead bodies?
Because they're not alive?
No, because they didn't buy creator-owned books.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you look out. Next up, I got Herc, number 3. It's a Fear Itself tie-in. Greg Pak has been doing a great job with this character. I wasn't sure what the whole motivation was with turning the Incredible Hulk into the Incredible Herc.
That was just to cancel the book.
Yeah, and it worked. The story was good. Everything worked its way through, and then, now he's doing this Herc book, and I think it's really good. I think the art's fun. I mean, what the heck that guy is. All right. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this Herc book. It's been selling pretty well, too. I mean, because it's good. Everyone was like, well, I don't know about Herc. No. Marvel overshipped me half my order of the first issue, so I just made them cheaper. I was like, well, let's blow them out. People bought it because it was cheap, and now they're buying it at cover price because they like it.
There you go.
So that's a good thing. Next up, I've got Sigil number 3 from this cross-gen, revival by Marvel. And it's owned by Disney, so now they own a comic company.
Yep.
Let's bring these babies back and make us some money, because the only reason they bought it was for a bad ad,
Yep.
and that was an experiment gone horribly wrong for them. It just didn't work out the way they wanted to. It's a good book. Teenage girl, she's running through high school, being chased by a bully, and also jumping through time in the midst of an attack by pirates.
Pirates? What?
Yar. Next up, Got to give a shout out to Art Baltazar. Art Baltazar, friend of the show. I have said leading up to Free Comic Book Day that there's no such thing as a free lunch, so don't eat your comics, but you can get some free comics. Well, Croc sees it upon himself to eat some comics.
Yeah.
Looks like on the cover here. Looks like fun. This is such a great book. It's a perfect book for parents to read to their kids. I don't have kids and I read it.
Yeah.
Love it. It's fun. It cracks me up every month. Just really, really fun stuff. The Titans is elementary school kids.
Well, it hits the demographic that gets lost because most of the kid titles are for like 10 and 11-year-old kids. This is actually for little kids, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 and 11-year-old will enjoy it still, but it's for the younger fan.
Yeah. Well, and what I find is that set, that 10, 11-year-old set,
Yeah.
the girls that age really flock to this book. Then we've got X-Men Giant Size. Obviously, there's a legacy behind the Giant Size. That's a very important book. First X-Men Giant Size, #1. So it looks like they're maybe doing a little, reboot, revitalizing a little story here.
The movie does come out in, 2 weeks?
Right. It's written by Chris Yost, who I've said before I'm not a huge fan of his writing, but he is a local guy, so I've got nothing but good things to say about him. I know people who know him.
Come on
say
over.
He's a nice guy. Honestly, and I hate to say this, but when I see Chris Yost on a comic, it has the exact opposite of seeing, say, an Ed Brubaker or a Jonathan Hickman, where I'm like, oh, I'll just, what are they writing? Oh, I'll read anything.
Right.
With Chris Yost, it's got to be something I love, and then I'm a little trepidatious about it. And I apologize, but that's just where I stand on that. What's your big dog?
Big dog of the week? No, I'm joking. That would be so funny if Ortiz did that. It's Avengers Spirit Self, number 13. I was upset when JR left. I was like, oh no Ramita. Oh, because I still love the first shot of Thor in the book when he just goes after people. I loved that. And then I saw who's doing it. It's Bocello. And if you're gonna lose JR, having Bocello to back him up, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
I think he's going to be a nice fit on this book. I'm excited to see him drawing the Avengers. that spread looks great.
Yeah. And it looks like it's a continuation of something that happened in issue 2 of Fear Itself. So if you if you read Fear Itself and went, wait, where did all that stuff happen? It was only one panel in that book. I think it's a continuation in here.
But Bendis is good about that. The strongest stuff in Secret Invasion, in my opinion, was in the Avengers books.
Yeah.
Because it was all that backstory that he was doing. So, I'm looking forward to the tie-ins.
Look at Volstagg. Never mind.
I love Volstagg.
And so what's your big book?
I'm going with Booster Gold, which, you got one that ties into Fear Itself. I got one that ties into Flashpoint here. And Booster Gold is the only main, title that's having an effect with Flashpoint. The others are all these miniseries, jump into miniseries. It's the only one that's going through the actual book. And it's perfect because it's Booster Gold. It's what he does.
Yeah.
Jumps through time stream, things going on. Dan Jurgens is back, which I think is great. It looks like Dan Jurgens did the story and art. Because, that's definitely a Jurgens pose there.
That's what Jurgens
and
does best.
Norm Ratman did the finished art. But, that's very much Dan Jurgens' pose there.
Yep.
Stuff looks good. I'm excited to see how it ties in and what they're going to do. Because if they're putting this in the main Booster Gold book, then it's going to have some effect.
Yeah.
So certainly looking forward to that. So I believe that is our Week in Geek. Although not to be outdone, Mike Ortiz felt bad. He left us a title card.
All right.
So here's our title card.